First, we're going to walk you through our program implementation over the last 6 years. And this is our theory of change that you've seen before for the IPAL program, our Metacognition for Mobile Learning curriculum. I'm going to blow open the program implementation section, and you're going to see that we've been doing this for 6 years. In year one, it was designed in a typical higher educational fashion, meaning that a faculty member taught the curriculum. And that was very directive. When we analyzed the program evaluation materials for that year, we found that there was a preponderance of behavior from students in that they would go to the faculty member who taught for support. And in particular, across our faculty cohort, there was mixed use and understanding. And finally, we found that our students were able to do procedures quickly on their devices, but not fluently, meaning that they weren't able to create products that mattered to them. So when we looked at all of these findings after year one, it became clear that we wanted the students to be able to become fluent with their technology, and we wanted them to be going to each other for support and help. In order to ensure that the students were learning from each other and very much internalizing the work that we were doing, it became clear that we had to bring students in as co-owners of the curriculum. So as we transitioned from year one to year two, we ended up hiring students to work with us, and the students did all of the components of program evaluation, program redesign, program implementation, and then program evaluation, redesign, and that entire cycle. And this year we ended up with a flipped model, and so it wasn't directive, rather it was shared, and our students were equally as responsible for teaching as we were. When we went to year three, we really started to hit our stride. We had a model that was working for the students in the program. We started to see that students were going to each other for support and that they were going to our student workers, who we called peer mobile learning tutors. We started to refine some of our activities and some of our components in the curriculum and really develop pieces that were targeted for our students. And this was the year that we started to see that our students were moving from seeing the device as a toy to seeing the device as a tool that would help them to learn. Aviva's going to walk you through years 4 through 6.
When you get to year 4, that's when I started. Year 4 was a lot of curriculum development that could be used by other schools and help other students. It was a lot of development and brainstorming and collaboration. This is not only the time when I started at Curry, but also when I started working at the AT Center, which was one of the best things I did. And as a student, being part of the building of the curriculum that then helps you learn is a really amazing process. And it really helped me develop my critical thinking skills and so many more. Year 5, we were online during COVID. It was a very strange transition. Some students were used to being in person, and some students had never experienced anything different for college. It was a very weird transition. So part of what we had to do was transition all the tools we've been using in person to an online format that could then be used, because who knew when COVID was going to end, and it still hasn't, unfortunately. Year 6 was a lot about rethinking this concept of metacognition, not only learning about how you learn and think, but also tweaking it a bit and developing your thinking skills and your learning skills. It's not just having a student know how they learn, but figure out how they can learn better and develop their skills within metacognition.